Good morning, everybody. Myself, Dr. Varun Chhabra, Assistant Professor, Department of Cardiac Anesthesia. I am presenting post-operative management. Why it is important? Because pain is most feared among patients when inadequately treated in 50% of all surgical procedures. It is more than 80% of patients experience post-op pain. 8% of them postpone surgery because of concerns associated regarding pain. What is pain? Pain is an unpleasant sensory and emotional experience associated with either actual or potential tissue damage, or described in terms of such damage. What are the types of pain? There are basically three types of pain. Nociceptive pain occurs due to noxious stimuli. Inflammatory pain occurs due to tissue damage and which leads to inflammation. And neuropathic pain, it is spontaneous pain and hypersensitivity to pain due to damage to the nervous system. Okay. So nociceptive pain, what are the noxious stimuli? Basically these are heat, cold, intense mechanical force or chemical irritants which stimulate nociceptive sensory neurons, which passes through afferent pathway through spinal cord and then to brain, and brain senses the stimulus and leads to pain. It is responsive to NSAID like Celecoxibs and paracetamols and opiates. Inflammatory pain, any tissue damage leads to accumulation of macrophages, mast cells, neutrophils, granulocytes, which leads to inflammation, and this inflammation stimulates the sensory receptor, which leads to pain. It will lead to spontaneous pain or may cause pain hypersensitivity due to like allodynia or hyperalgesia. And inflammatory pain, and then coming on to neuropathic pain, it is due to peripheral nerve damage or damage to any nervous system, which stimulates the sensory pathway and leads to pain. It may cause spontaneous pain and causes pain hypersensitivity. And it is also treated by local anesthetists, mainly by local anesthetists or anticonvulsant, antidepressant drug. It is least responsive to opioids, and there is no response to NSAIDs in such type of pain. So, what is a pain pathway? There are mainly four pain pathways: perception, modulation, transmission, and transduction. So, perception caused by nociceptive stimulation of nociceptive receptors. These sensations are passed through sensory fibers to the dorsal horn of spinal cord and midbrain, and through limbic or thalamic cortex in the brain, and through them the descending pathway causes stimulation to through afferent fiber, and like we give stimulate, then it give response to either patient feel pain or remove the organ from there. So post-operative pain treatment is generally we use multimodal therapy. Like when to prevent nociceptive touch, we use local anesthetic drugs, infiltration कर सकते हैं, and use drugs like acetaminophen, anti-inflammatory agents or COX inhibitors. And we can either use local anesthetic to block the sensory pathway also, and we can give drugs which acts on spinal cord and the central systems like opioid, paracetamol or NMDA antagonists. So coming on to what are the consequences of unrelieved pain. So acute pain causes increased sympathetic activity, which can lead to increased myocardial oxygen consumption, and which can ultimately lead to myocardial ischemia. GI, it can affect the GI system also, decrease GI motility, so there may be delayed recovery due to that. It causes shallow breathing. Basically, acute pain leads to difficulty in breathing, which can lead to atelectasis, hypoxemia, and hypercarbia, which can ultimately leads to pneumonia. It increases catabolic demand which can lead to poor wound healing or muscle breakdown, and which causes a weakness and impaired rehabilitation. It can lead to anxiety and fear, which can lead to sleeplessness, helplessness, and affect psychologically, and also causes peripheral and central sensitization. So it can lead to acute pain, can lead to chronic pain. Acute pain impacts, therefore acute pain impacts patient's life. Negative effect of adequate acute pain management includes it increases hospital stay or more frequent admissions, reduces the quality of life, impaired physical function, decreased, it can lead to decreased functional recovery and cause more complication and impaired sleep. Therefore effective pain management improves outcome. So effective analgesia included in comprehensive post-operative rehabilitation program, and it leads to very favorable cost benefit ratio. So goals of pain management are: improve the quality of life for the patient, reduces morbidity, facilitate rapid recovery and return to full action, and allow early discharge from the hospital. So what are the challenges in management of acute pain? There may be variable response to analgesics. Older age patients are more sensitive to opioids, and younger patient require more opioid or analgesic drug. Ethnicity affects. There may be psychological issues which affect management of pain, and type of surgical procedure, and also related to intraoperative anesthetic technique like regional anesthetic procedure versus general, and genetics. So surgical pain are of basically three types: either mild intensity pain type, or like hernia surgery, varicose vein, or gynecological laparotomy surgery. So these procedures generally cause mild pain. It can be treated by using either a single drug, either paracetamol or NSAID, or sometimes weak opioids. Surgeries that causes moderate intensity pain are hip replacement surgery, hysterectomy, maxillofacial surgery. We can also use in this sickle drugs or combination like paracetamol, NSAID plus wound infiltration, or we can use peripheral nerve blocks. Systemic opiates can be given. And surgeries which causes severe intensity pain are like thoracotomy, cardiac surgeries, major abdominal surgeries, knee surgeries. It generally requires more than one therapeutic agents. We can give NSAIDs or with the opioid, and we can use PCA pumps in these patients. So what are the principles of pain assessment? Assess pain both at rest and on movement. Evaluate before treatment, then re-evaluate after. If pain is intense, then again evaluate, treat and re-evaluate frequently. If shifted to ward, in ward patients, also evaluate, treat and re-evaluate regularly. Document pain and response to treatment, including adverse effect. Particular attention given to patients who have difficulty in communicating pain, and evaluate unexpected intense pain, particularly if associated with hypotension, tachycardia, and fever. Scale, there are basically three tools for pain assessment: facial pain scale, numeric rating scale, visual analog scale. We see the face of a person who is having pain. If there is no pain, then he is smiling, or if severe pain, then he would be crying. We can visualize the pain. Numeric scale, we ask the patient on the scale of 1 to 10, 0 no pain, if 5, 6 it is moderate pain, and towards 10 is worst pain possible. And then visual analog scale is on the 1 to 100 millimeter scale. 0 is minimal or no pain, and if we move towards 100, then it is worst imagination, pale imagination. General principles of pain treatment are first, preemptive analgesia, proactiveness, multimodal approach, escalating approach, and patient control. Okay, thank you.